I recently ended my 2-year relationship with the person that I thought I was going to marry. And while I've been incredibly sad, it's been a really hard time. I want to explain this metaphor that I have been using to help me process like how I'm feeling about ending this relationship and ultimately holding out for the one that I truly believe is my person. So, this is how I've been thinking about it. You want to buy a really nice purse. Maybe you're spending a couple grand on a purse, and you go and you try on a bunch of different purses and you find one that you absolutely fall in love with in store. It's like so cute. It goes with every single outfit, and you're trying it on without anything in it. And you're like, yes, this is like the perfect purse for me. And then you go to put your stuff in it, and you put your phone, your compact powder, your lip gloss, your keys, the kind of like things that you always have in your purse. And when you go to zip it up, it fits, but like that last zipper pull, you really have to like pull it over the compact powder and kind of like jiggle some things around. But it sure enough zips and fits, but it's a tight squeeze. Do you want to buy that purse knowing that eventually that zipper could drive you crazy? Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Maybe the zipper breaks. Maybe it won't, but maybe it will. Or do you want to spend just a little bit more time looking for a purse that has that same wow factor you got from that initial try on, but also fits everything just a little bit better? So when you put your compact, your lip gloss, your keys, your phone in it, it zips up with ease, and you can just zip it right up, put it on, go about your day.
Just gonna stop for a second and say that this is how people start to rationalize their own poor decisions and their own delusions.
And then another thing I've been adding on to this is like, sure, it may not always be able to fit everything because no relationship is perfect, no person is perfect. And maybe some nights you want to bring out your hand lotion and a nail polish bottle. And it's a tight fit when you try to put those in this purse that fits everything a little bit better. And you're kind of aware of it all night. It like just barely zips, and it's kind of a tougher night because you're like, ugh, things might fall out of my bag. But at the end of the day, it holds what you can't and don't want to leave the house without. Those are your values. Those are the fundamental like things that you want and need out of a relationship.
Okay. So it seems like what she's looking for is the perfect unicorn that's gonna meet every single little detail about what she wants. Even though she contradicts herself and then says, well, no, it's not supposed to be perfect, but that's literally what she's complaining about this other guy. Everything was great, and except for whatever this thing, and then maybe I know there's a better purse out there, like she says, there's a better purse that's gonna be able to fit all my junk in it. If you are in a relationship and something is really not something major, okay, we're talking about like faith, things that actually are of deep meaning. Somehow this lady, with her little example and idea, even though she did say the word values, does not really come across to me as that it was some big issue. She really makes it sound like this was a minor detail about their relationship that she didn't like. So she just chose to just end things and seek out something bigger and better. The issue here is not just that she's never going to really find the perfect person, and she's just gonna continue to sabotage herself. But if the issue was something major, it shouldn't have taken you 2 years to figure that out.
And if those are met, everything else that needs to be added in or needs to be squeezed in can be worked through, in my opinion. That is how I've been looking at this. I wanted to share in case it helps anyone else. It does get better. I do know that for a fact. I've been through 2 heartbreaks now, and this will be my 3rd. So love that for me. But you know what?
Congratulations.
I am holding out hope that my person is out there, and it's going to feel right with every ounce of my being. So hope that helps.
I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not gonna happen. The way you are presenting this case and showing the story and comparing it to purse shopping, and that you're just looking for the perfect purse because the one that's not quite right, it's just not gonna cut it for you. You saying that the relationship doesn't have to be perfect is completely incongruent with your own actions, because you literally dumped this guy over something that didn't seem to be a big deal in the way you're presenting it. Now you've gone through 3 failed relationships, and now you're still seeking the next thrill. So what's going to happen is you're going to just keep wasting your time and going for the next one and going for the next one. And you're never really going to find the perfect Prince Charming guy of your dreams, that even in the best situations, even, and again, I'm not telling you that there are some people that are going to be a better fit for you over others, but there's not going to be a person that's going to be 100% perfect for you. There's always going to be some things you're going to have to iron out. That's just part of the game. That's just part of relationships. There's some give and take. There's gonna be some things that you guys don't agree on 100%, and if they're minor things or they're things that can be worked out, then that's what you're supposed to do, is go through some of those hardships, because that's also going to help you bond together and test your limits together to make sure that you are going to be compatible for the long run. It's how you resolve conflict. So my final fatherly advice for this lady, and I pre-watched this video before I made this. I wrote a few ideas, and I'm going to give her back the metaphor that she just made with the purse. I'm going to tell her my own metaphor about her situation with the purse, right? So she got rid of a good purse. She now has to carry things in her own hands. She realizes that it's more than she can handle. As she goes through life, looking for the perfect purse, you can't help but to drop things along the way. You lose your lipstick, you drop your mirror, your nail polish dries out. The rest of your belongings continue to deteriorate from being exposed to so much as you endlessly shop for the perfect purse. Even if you were ever able to find this perfect purse, it will no longer suit you, because you won't have all the things you had when you started, and your hands will be tired from carrying all those things for so long. I hope you understand what I mean by that, but if that makes sense to you, let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.